Hi guys! Sorry I was a minute late. I was trying to log on to my computer and of course it wouldn't work on my laptop, my computer. Yeah, it's my computer. What am I talking about? How's everybody today? Yay! I'm so excited to be doing this, and normally my tech guy Landon sets this all up for me, but I had to fly solo today. So here we are. So I'm going to just briefly talk to you about what today is going to look like. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. I miss you so much. Oh, this is so crazy. So what we're going to work on today is just lengthening through our spine. And then also we're going to get into some twisting postures. That what twists do is they allow us to give our internal organs massages, and we call that detoxing our internal organs. And that's super duper important because we think about what our muscles look like, but we sometimes don't think about what our internal organs need. So that's what I thought our focus could be, and attaching what our focal point is today in terms of the postures in yoga. In terms of our intentions, today's intention will be growth and transformation in such a diverse and adverse time that we're dealing with, such as now. So dealing with adversity, such as it looks like right now, it allows us opportunities to grow in different ways that maybe wouldn't happen if we were still in the building, and transform into a better version of ourselves is hopeful, but probably figuring out different things about yourself as well. So yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see everybody logging in. I just want to sit here and say hi to everybody and tell you how unbelievably thankful I am that you joined me. So we're going to get started because I know that I'll get booted out after an hour, but Ross wants me to keep these sessions between 30 and 45 minutes. So I'm going to stop talking, even though I could talk to you for a long time. So I'm just going to make sure that you guys can see my mat well. And I think that that's a good position. Maybe if I turn my camera sideways, that might even be better. No, I think up was the best view. All right, but at the end, if you guys want to give me any feedback, then I would totally appreciate that. All right? So, and hopefully you can hear me well. So yeah. So how we're going to start today is we're going to lie on our backs, and we're going to begin getting into the movements that are a part of this sequence. So I'm going to constantly check in that I can see myself. So we're going to extend our feet towards the top of our mat, and you're going to begin to flex into both of your heels so that your legs are nice and strong. Slowly begin to bend into that right knee, and you're going to draw that right knee into your chest, gripping the bottom of your right knee with both hands. You're going to gently guide that right knee into the center of your chest, but then all I want you to do is just gently begin to draw that right knee out towards your right shoulder. Keeping flexion into both feet and making sure both of your shoulders are equally grounded. And then begin to breathe. Maybe your morning's been quite chaotic. You've had a lot to do, and maybe this is the first time all morning that you feel like you can settle in and just focus on yourself. So while you're drawing that right knee in towards your right shoulder, let's begin to just rotate into our right ankle. Doesn't matter which direction, just slow movements. Maybe we go in the other direction, and then we begin to find stillness in through our right ankle. So now, keeping that knee drawn in, you're going to release the grip on your knee, and you're going to T-shape your arms. You're going to shift your hips over to the right, and then you're going to let that right knee draw over to the left side. And then I want your gaze to go towards those right extended fingers into a gentle twist. What I like to do once my body gets a little bit more open, I bring my left hand to my right knee, and I just draw that right knee down a little bit more. And it will sometimes feel like it takes your breath away. And that would be your maximum opener in terms of this pose. Slowly and gently begin to draw that right knee back through center. What I would do from here is shift my hips back to the middle of my mat. You're going to re-extend that right leg, and you're going to draw that left knee in towards your shoulder. Again, you're going to grip with both hands at the top of your left knee. Gently guide it to the center of your chest, flexing into both feet. And then slowly begin to open that left knee towards that left shoulder. And you're going to feel a squeeze in through that left hip. And we're getting into our ascending colon here. So we're already beginning to put a little bit of additional pressure on our organs. Nice, deep, long breaths. Again, maybe you take movement in through your ankle. My ankles are cracking. Switch directions when you feel like it works best for you. Slowly begin to come back to stillness with that ankle. Gently begin to release your grip. Arms go in a T formation. Shift those hips to the left. And you're just going to let that left knee fall over to the right. Your gaze goes towards that left extended arm. Okay, maybe you bring your right hand to your left knee and give it a little bit of additional guidance. Nice, deep, long breaths. Hopefully this is not taking your breath away. Slowly and gently begin to bring your left knee back through center. Shift those hips back through center as well. Bring your right knee to join your left. You're going to cross your ankles. Your grip is going to go to the undersides of your knee. And all I want you to do from here is we're going to rock and roll along our spine. So no major movements. Thinking slow and controlled. We're lengthening through our spine. Let's do maybe one more time. I almost had a wipe out there. And then we're just going to come to a seated position. So in your seated position, let's stack your right foot on top of your left. So I'll face you guys here. So we're going to start with our seated cat-cow. So fingertips are going to gently grip below your knees. And all I want you to do is draw those elbows towards your quads. What this does is it draws your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, and we know very, very well that our shoulders hold a lot of our tension. Your chin is slightly tucked in towards your chest. Your gaze is at a spot just in front of you, and see if you can relax your gaze a little bit more. All I want you to do from here, you're going to begin to kind of pull that belly button back. This is what we call cat pose in a seated position. So your arms straighten, you're drawing your belly button back, and you're feeling like you're on the backs of your seat bones. Let's just hold. Your shoulder blades here should be completely separated. Now, as we begin to come forward, all you're going to do is you're going to exaggerate your chest forward, and you're going to begin to look up. And you're going to feel this in through your low and your middle back. Okay, slowly begin to draw that belly button back again, and you're going to arch your back this time. Pull, pull, pull. Nice deep breaths, and now draw that chest forward again and look skyward. Really pull that chest through. We'll do that sequence one more time. Draw that belly button back, arch your back, pull, 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 and draw that chest forward, looking skyward. And maybe you take a little movement here. Look high, look high, look high, and then come back to center. So for the next sequence, you're going to bring your right hand so that it's off to the side of your right hip. Your fingers are going to point in the opposite direction. Okay, so find your stability here. You're going to begin to extend that left arm skyward. So your bicep is right beside your left ear. And all I want you to do is begin to bend to your right. And you're going to begin to feel a side body opener here. Okay, so your palm is facing your face. Your gaze is just off to the side of your left bicep. Make sure your shoulders are square and you lean. Let's hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. And let's bring ourselves all the way back. This time left hand plants. Right arm extends skyward, looking over right, and bend to your left. And reach with that right hand. Spread those fingertips wide as you reach. Make sure both your seat bones are firmly grounded. And you reach and you hold. We'll hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Come all the way back up. And then finding center again. We're going to continue to lengthen in through our spine. So your fingertips are going to continue to grip underneath your knees. Your right arm is going to create a 90-degree angle in front of your right shoulder to start. You might want to bring it in through center. Your left arm is going to go under your right bicep and it's going to wrap around. We're creating what we call eagle arms. So right now your arms might be drawing out more to the right. Draw them back in through center. Okay, find stability here. Try to find comfort here. All I want you to do is draw that chest forward, feel length through your spine, and then lift those shoulders high. Again, this should feel beautiful in through your back. Draw those shoulders away from your ears. And all I want us to do here is begin to fold our upper body forward. Without lifting your seat bones, you're going to attempt to touch both elbows down in front. And then come all the way back up. Engaging through your core, maybe for the first time today. Draw those shoulders back. Lift those elbows just a little higher. Nice deep breath. Lower your elbows first. Release your bind second. And then shake those shoulders out. I can feel your energy, you guys. I'm so thankful that you're here with me. Thank you so much for spending this part of your day with me. Okay, we're going to move to the other side. Left arm 90 degrees. Right arm this time goes under, wraps around. Maybe you can only grab your forearm or maybe you can grab your wrist. Notice how my left hand is still strong and I'm spreading my fingers wide. Draw those elbows back to center and then slowly begin to lift. You should feel maybe that this time it's a little bit more open through your back. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it still feels super tight, but attempt to draw those shoulders away from your ears as you lift those elbows high. And we're going to do that forward fold. So keeping those seat bones grounded, you're going to begin to fold forward. You're going to touch those elbows down without lifting up your seat bones. And then you're going to come all the way up, engage through that core. Okay, draw that chest back forward, lift those elbows high to the sky. One last breath, lower your elbows first, release that bind second, and you're going to shake and shout, or shake it off. All right, I'm going to turn back forward. This time all I want you to do is roll forward. Hands plant and knees, and we're going to come into our tabletop position. So your hands are underneath both shoulders. Fingers are spread nice and wide, pushing through the palms of your hands. Knees are underneath your hips. Tops of your feet are grounded, okay? So all I want you to do from here is pick that right knee up and you're going to extend that right leg straight behind you. Now, we have a tendency of leaning left here. Try to bring your balance back through center. Okay, kick through that right heel. All I want you to do from here is bring those right toes off to the left side of your mat, but you're going to come down onto the outside edge of your right foot. And all I want you to do is draw your right hip a little bit closer to your mat. Okay, you're feeling length in through that right leg. Okay, we're gonna hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Gently and slowly bring that right leg back to extension. You're gonna bend into your right knee. This time you're gonna bring your right knee to your left calf, and you're gonna give your left calf a gentle massage with your right knee. The meaty part of your calf, I'm sure, we carry a lot of bent up muscle spasms and tension in through our calves because you guys are so active, especially with the 20K in 20 days. Nice gentle massage. And slowly and gently, we're gonna re-extend that left leg straight behind us. You're gonna kickstand your left foot at a 45-degree angle. Your right hand is gonna come to your right hip. We're beginning to open into what we call a supported side plank. So lift that right leg high, flexing into that right foot. Maybe your right hand stays on your right hip, or maybe you can fully extend that right arm skyward. Nice, deep, long breaths. Think length. Think opening. Okay, slowly and gently, we're going to roll ourselves back into our tabletop position. Okay, our right knee touches down. Now this time what I'd like you to do is bring your left hand back, more centered, and you're going to twist open with that right arm. And then from here, as you untwist, your right arm goes under your left arm. You might want to walk your left hand a little bit more forward. You're going to land on your right shoulder. Draw those hips back to center. Maybe you tent your left fingers more so over your head so that your left arm is extended. Nice, deep, long breaths. You should feel it as a shoulder opener and as a right side body opener. Okay, slowly and gently begin to push into that left hand. Bring your right hand back into your tabletop position. We're going to repeat that entire sequence on our left side. Okay, so maybe you need to bring your knees more forward, whatever that looks like. So grounding into your right knee, you're going to begin to extend that left leg back. Again, we tend to lean to our right here. Bring your balance back through center. Flex into that left foot. Push up through the palms of your hands. Now this time with our left foot, it's coming off to the right side, so maybe you have to stay on your toes, or maybe you can find the side of your left foot. And you're going to sink your hips more to your left. Okay, feeling a little bit of length through that left leg. Okay, slowly and gently begin to re-lift that left leg. Kick it straight behind you. Find that extension. Find that strength. Begin to bend into your left knee. Your left knee is going to find your right calf this time. And you're going to give that calf a nice massage. Find the meatiest part of your right calf and show it a little love. Help it transform into a more open calf muscle. Okay, a couple more breaths here. Okay, slowly and gently come to stillness. With that movement, extend that left leg straight behind you. Right hand grounds. Kickstand your right foot off at a 45. You can feel your body begin to open as you bring your left hand to your left hip. Lift that left leg sideways. Find stability and strength through the right side of your body. Maybe you can extend skyward. Feeling length, feeling strength. Maybe you rotate that top wrist. But you're feeling super strong and super open here. Okay, we'll hold for 3. We'll hold for 2. And 1. Come back to a tabletop position. And this is where we're going to have a little bit of fun. I've got a sequence planned for both sides that's going to incorporate movement, length, and twisting. All right, so what you're going to do from here, you guys, is walk your hands a handprint forward. Curl those toes under, lift those hips high to the sky. Find your first downward facing dog. So what I want you to do from here is your hands and feet are at opposite ends of the long parts of your mat. Your heels may still be lifted, but that's cool. What I want you to feel is that your fingers are spread wide, you're pushing through the palms of your hands, and that your body's creating a V shape. This downward facing dog, you might want to take a little bit of movement. So maybe you pedal out your knees individually. What I like to do sometimes, I like to lift both heels up and plant both heels to the right, and then bend into my right knee and I look under my left shoulder. And then I come back to center, keeping heels lifted, both heels land to your left, bend into your left knee, look under your right shoulder. And then slowly and gently come back to center, find your downward facing dog. Bad choice in my shirt, keeps blocking my mouth, I apologize. So now from here, please walk your hands back towards your feet. I'm going to make sure I can still see you. I'll come a little bit closer here. And all we're going to do is we're going to begin to explore our forward fold with a twist. So your feet are hip width apart. What I want you to do here is bend into your right knee. Your left leg is as straight as it can be. You're going to plant your left hand underneath your face and you're going to twist open to your right. You should feel this not only through your hamstring, but through your mid-body as well. Nice gentle bend in the left knee as well if you need it. Slowly begin to untwist. Tent your fingers. Maybe you rock your knees out a little bit here. Maybe that was a little too intense, but you make that adjustment. So bend deeply into your left knee this time. Right leg is as straight as possible. Plant your right hand under your face, twist open to your left. Slowly and gently begin to untwist. Again, you're going to tent your fingers and you're just going to pedal out your knees. And slowly and gently find stillness. Walk your hands back towards the top of your mat. We're going to find a plank position. I want you to tent up that upper body. Find strength through those legs. Feel that your core is so very strong. From here, all I want you to do is drop your hips towards the mat. Your chest is going to lead through your biceps or your upper body or your upper arms, and you look skyward. Then your hips are going to go high to the sky again to find another downward facing dog. So this is where we're going to have a little bit of fun. I'm just checking in that you can see me. Feet come together to touch at the back of your mat. Your right leg is going to lift high to the sky. So now from here, bend into your right knee so that your right foot comes towards your left glute. This is called fire hydrant. And now from here, what I'd like you to do is come down onto your left forearm and reach that right arm forward. Continue to open up through that right hip. We're only here for 2 more breaths. Slowly begin to push yourself back up. You're going to re-extend into that right leg. You're going to bring that right knee in towards your left elbow. Step your right foot to the left side of your mat. You're going to walk your hands back towards where your right hand is planted. You're going to lift that left leg up, kick it straight behind you, and then bring it forward to the middle of the top of your mat. From here, tent your fingers, kick that right leg straight behind you. And now all I want you to do is step your right foot in behind your left leg, and you're going to land your right foot right beside your left foot. And what I want you to think here is engagement through your core. length through your legs. And you might feel this so intensely here that you're like, DJ, this is as far as I'm going. And this is all that we're going to do right here. Okay, we're going to stay for 5 breaths. We're going to give our hamstrings a little love as well. So my fingertips are tented because I can feel this super intensely in through my right hamstring. So all I want you to do from here is you're going to begin to lift that right foot back up. Maybe extend it straight behind you. You're going to wiggle your left toes more to the left, and you're going to step your right leg to the back of your mat. And all I want you to do from here is bring that right knee down, the top of your right foot grounds. And you're going to sink those hips forward. Sink those hips forward, lift those hands up. Those hands are going to find that right knee. So I'm just going to kind of swing my body around this way so you can see what my arms are doing. Okay? So we're in what we call a low lunge position. So you're sinking your hips forward. And from here, what I'd like you to do is bring your left hand to your left hip. Find stillness. Right arm extends high to the sky. Your right elbow is going to come to the outside edge of your left leg. Create a fist with that right hand. Left hand is going to plant on top, and you're going to begin to twist, and you're going to hold your twist. So again, it shouldn't take your breath away. So your next transition is you're going to curl your right toes under. You're going to begin to lift your right knee up and find strength. This is called a crescent lunge twist. Your right leg is so strong that if I came and I put a cup of coffee on it, you wouldn't spill it. Okay, slowly and gently what I want you to do is come back through center with your upper body. Your right hand is going to plant underneath your right shoulder, and all I want you to do is twist open left. This is called dragonfly twist. Now I'm going to swing myself back around, so you guys stay there to do the rest of the sequence on that side. So here we are. So again, feel strength. Feel twisting through your upper body. Shoulders are stacked. Slowly and gently, you're going to begin to bring that left hand to the outside of your right. Walk your left foot in a little bit. Begin to straighten both legs. You're going to walk your right foot in to the same line as your left heel. So my right heel and my left heel are on the exact same line of my mat. My right toes are pointing to about 2 o'clock on a clock. I want you to twist your hips to the top of your mat. Maybe you stay here, and this is enough. Maybe you can bring your right hand to your left foot. Left hand comes to the middle of your back, and you twist to your left. I said maybe, so no pressure. We'll hold for 3. We'll hold for 2. We'll hold for 1. Slowly and gently come back to center. I'm just going to walk myself back just a little bit so you can see. Slowly and gently, fingertips tent in front of your left knee. Your left foot. Bend into your left knee. You're going to begin to lift that right leg high to the sky. This is called standing splits. Maybe you can plant both hands in front of your left foot. Maybe your right hand grounds, and you can grab the back of your left ankle and lift that right leg a little higher. We'll hold for 3. We'll hold for 2. We'll hold for 1. Now your right foot is going to come and land directly beside your left. Maybe you shake that left leg out a little bit. Your feet are hip distance, and we're going to do that forward fold twist again. So bend deeply into your right knee. Your right hand plants underneath your face. Twist open left this time. Hopefully at this point your body feels more open. Okay, slowly begin to unwind. Okay, again, maybe you pedal out both knees. Okay, come back to center, bend deeply into your left knee this time. Your left hand plants under your face. Twist open to your right. And make sure you smile, because yoga should be fun. Sometimes forget to do that. Slowly begin to untwist. Tent your fingers. Again, pedal those knees out. And then from here, what I'd like you to do is plant those hands, step back with your right foot, and then with your left foot, find your plank position. Maybe you take a little bit of movement here before you find stillness. Lower those hips to the mat. Chest leads through. Look skyward. This is a modified upward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Downward facing dog. This is where we reset. So when you reset in yoga, this is called a resting posture. So you can either take downward facing dog. The other resting posture is what we call a wide-legged child's pose. So this is also a beautiful resting posture. And you can kind of give your entire body a break. My favorite, of course, my favorite resting posture is downward facing dog. All right, we're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. Let's do this, mountaineers. Feet come together to touch at the back of your mat. Left leg lifts high to the sky. Begin to bend into your left knee. Your left foot draws towards your right glute. And you're going to slowly make your way onto your right forearm. Whoops. And your left fingers are going to reach forward. We're only here for 3 more breaths. Nice, deep, long breaths. Slowly and gently begin to make your way back onto both palms. Extend that left leg skyward. You're going to bring your left knee towards your right elbow, but your left foot touches down on the right side of your mat. You're going to walk your hands more so that that foot is centered before you lift that right leg up. And you're going to walk that right foot to the middle of your mat. Again, tent your fingers. Lift that left leg high. Okay, find strength and find length in everything that we do today. And from here, step that left foot to the other side of your right foot in behind. So make sure both of your heels are lined up. So what I want you to check in with right now is, what are your hips doing? Your hips might be flaring right. I want you to bring them back so that they're level and they're square to the top of your mat. And then you're going to come to a forward fold. Nice, deep, long breaths. Keeping length through that spine, which means your core is still engaged and your neck is nice and long. And we can do this because this feels awesome. Okay, slowly begin to tent your fingers. You're going to begin to lift that left leg back in behind you. Wiggle your right toes more to the right. And all I want you to do is step to the back of your mat with your left foot. You're going to drop your left knee. Top of your left foot grounds. And here we go into our initial low lunge position. So just check in and see how your hips feel on this side. Okay, when you feel ready, bring both hands to the top of your right knee and sink those hips a little bit more forward. So you know where we're going from here. And if you forget, I'm going to guide you and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So no big deal. All right, so here we go. Find stillness. Right hand is going to find your right hip. Left arm extends to the sky. You're going to twist your left elbow over so that it connects with the outside of your right Okay, and you're going to create a fist with that left hand. Your right, the palm of your right hand comes on top. See if you can level out those elbows. And then the last thing to twist is your gaze. Maybe you can look to the sky. You guys have got this. Okay, slowly and gently, this is our next transition. Curl your left toes under, lift your left knee up. Find your crescent lunge twist. Back leg is super strong. Right leg might be on fire. Slowly and gently, you're going to bring your upper body back to center. Left hand plants on the mat underneath your left shoulder. Sink both hips forward. We're going to twist open to our right. Dragonfly twist. Drop both hips back in through center. You're going to reach. Back leg is so strong. So strong. And make sure you smile. I miss your smiles. As you untwist, your right hand comes to the outside of your right foot. Walk your right leg more into the middle and begin to straighten it. Walk your left foot more to the middle as well. I just need to shake out that leg. And then you're going to angle your left foot to about 10 o'clock, but your heels line up. Tent your fingers to start. You're going to square your hips to the top of your mat. Maybe this is plenty for you. Or maybe you can bring that left hand to your right ankle, lift that chest, draw those hips more centered, and maybe your right hand can find your low back. Okay, you might have the wiggle wobbles with your ankles, but that's totally cool because you guys are awesome. Okay, we're going to stay for 3, for 2, and 1. Begin to untwist. Bend into your right knee. I'm just going to walk myself back a little bit. Begin to bend into your right knee. You're going to lift that left leg high. Standing splits on this side. Go to whatever version works best for you. We're here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tent your fingers. Your left foot steps to meet your right. Maybe you shake out that right leg. Feet are hip width distance apart. And let's just fold here. Okay, maybe you wiggle your feet out. So we're going to do one last forward fold twist. So bend deeply into your right knee again. Left leg is straight. Right hand plants under your face. Twist open to your left. Your left leg should feel a little bit more open. As you untwist this time, tent your fingers, straighten out your right leg, pedal those knees out. Okay, come back to stillness, bend into your left knee, your right leg is super straight, left hand plants under your face, twist open to the right. Good job, you guys. I can feel your energy. And slowly begin to untwist. Straighten out both legs. You're going to plant your hands, step back. Right foot first, left foot second. And then we're going to lower all the way onto our belly. Maybe you can try your chaturanga push-ups. So elbows are tight. Roll forward onto your toes and lower as slow as you can. But make sure you wiggle yourself back. So from here, we're going to come up onto our forearms so that our elbows are directly underneath our shoulders. Palms are planted and grounded. Your feet, the tops of your feet, are just grounded and at the back of your mat. All I want you to do here is draw that chest forward, push up through your elbows. Your gaze goes forward. So you should feel this in through your low back. The next transition, if you're open enough, is you're going to bring your knees out wide, lift your soles of your feet so that they come to meet each other in the center. And maybe from here, you can begin to push in to those hands and straighten those arms. We'll hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and slowly and gently lower your chest first. Okay, lower your feet second. And all I want you to do, one last thing, come down onto your chest, stack your left hand on top of your right. Your chin lands on the top of that left hand. You're going to bring those feet towards the sky again, but you're going to windshield wiper your feet from side to side. We've got one final sequence. So bring your feet back to center, back to stillness, and all I want you to do is lower your feet to your mat, but keep your knees wide. All I want you to do from here, begin to push into your hands, lifting yourself up. Your hips are going to draw back towards your heels, and we're going to come into a child's pose sequence. So if your hips can't reach your heels, place a pillow underneath your heels so you bridge that gap. And all I want you to do is just sense the movement in the openness that we've generated in through our hips. And from here, all I want you to do with your hands is begin to walk your hands forward, keeping those elbows lifted. Feel the length in through your spine, all the way through to your tailbone. And then lower your forehead to the mat. Okay, you can take stillness, you can keep the movement, but I'd like you now to tent your fingers, and we're going to walk both sets of our fingers off to the right-hand side. So lift your forehead up and replace it on that right edge of your mat. You're going to feel the length through your left side body. So draw that left shoulder down. Maybe your gaze goes under your right armpit for that to get accomplished. Nice deep breaths here. Slowly and gently, we're going to bring our head up first. You're going to walk your hands, tented fingers to the opposite side. So your left forehead is on the left edge of your mat. Again, you're going to draw that right shoulder down. Make sure your hips haven't lifted off of those heels. Maybe to accomplish shoulder balance, you look under your left shoulder this time, or your left armpit, whichever. Same. Slowly and gently lifting that head up. First, walk your hands back through center. One last final tented finger at center. Maybe you feel like your hips are now closer to your heels. And now from here, all I want you to do is bring those hands in behind you. And I want you to grab the heels of your feet. And I want you to rest on your left cheek. And just wiggle, wiggle. So you should feel a sense of accomplishment, a sense of growth, and maybe a sense of transformation. Okay, just to balance things out, let's come over onto our right cheek. And we'll stay here for another 5 breaths. Again, find stillness. Try to keep that mind calm and not jump to what your to-do list today looks like. Okay, slowly and gently begin to bring your hands back to the front of your body to lift yourself up. Now all I want you to do is roll over onto your left glute, and you're going to bring yourself back into a seated position. Maybe this time you stack your left foot on top of your right. And then I just want us to find a minute of stillness here. So maybe your hands rest in your lap. Maybe you want your fingertips to grip your knees again so that your shoulders draw away from your ears. So wherever you choose, Your chin is tucked because you're maintaining that length that we've created through this practice. And what I want you to think about is throughout the course of our social distancing and our isolation, I want you to focus on one area that you feel like you've grown exponentially or even just a little bit. And I want you to be proud of that moment or that thing that you feel like you've grown or you have transformed in. And I want you to feel like you are a great success because you are. You're very missed at Edge. We miss being at Edge. And any opportunity that we can have to connect with you guys is such a blessing to us. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for joining. Yay! My heart is so full. I hope that wasn't too hard. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Next Wednesday is going to be, it's checkpoints for us, so there won't be yoga next Wednesday. But the Wednesday after that, we'll be back to normal. So, bye-bye. I miss you guys. Bye.